32-yard interception. Are you sure it was him or just someone with a green jersey? You waved like you're kind of with your hand down here. And what was that play intended? And tell us about the release.
Yeah, no, we ran in pretty much stop routes if you think about it, and kind of went off schedule. I was in the pocket, had time, didn't like the obviously initial read, and just went on scramble drill. Told him to go deep, and he did a good job kind of wheeling up and just threw him up, a 50-50 ball. He went up and made a big time catch for us. So just a really phenomenal play by him.
Were you able to see the end of that, see him actually catch the ball?
I saw him go up, saw him catch it. Obviously I can't really tell from that distance, if he completed it, all that stuff to the ground. They said it was a catch. We were about to go fast, and they said, no, it was a catch. So, yeah, I saw the initial part.
What does that do for you as a quarterback when a guy makes a catch like that, especially in that moment, a dump catch?
No, it's big time. That's kind of how the game went. We're getting a lot of man coverage, so it ended up being a lot of kind of one-on-one plays for guys. And for Say to come in that situation, hadn't caught too many passes that whole game, and then to come in and make a big-time catch on in a crucial situation when we got to have it was big time. And I think it gave everybody a lot of juice, a lot of energy to be able to go finish that drive.
What was the discomfort in your left shoulder like after that scramble?
Yeah, it's tough. Went in, got evaluated, and figured it was good enough to come back, so came back in. But, it was definitely not fun. It's, just a small injury. So we'll reevaluate it when we get back, look at it, see what's going on. But, it's not fun.
What did they do when they take you in there, Gordon? I mean, do they x-ray it? Did they tape it up? Did they put ice on it? What are you doing going there?
Yeah, you get x-ray, get taped up, and see if it's what kind of the severity of it is and if you can come back. But it happened on the hit, lowered my shoulder, and he gave me a good pop, so, felt it right away.
How'd you do it?
What did you feel on the play?
It was, run to the sideline and, thought I was able to make a move and didn't. So he was right there and, lowered my shoulder. Wish I, would have just went out of bounds or tried to slide right there and, got a good hit.
Did it affect you the rest of the way at all? I mean, was it tough to take a snap or anything like that?
No, it was it was definitely manageable. I'd say that. Something I was able to play through, but it definitely was there, but it was manageable.
What did you see on the touchdown to Christian?
Yeah, another play. We had one-on-one coverage. Christian kind of running a slot fade right there, and gave him another jump ball, and he went up and made a big-time catch right there, big-time play.
On a jump ball like that, I'm sure there's a placement that you want to put it, but how much of it is just the receiver's got to make a play on this no matter what you do?
Yeah, you're seeing the one-on-one, trying to see if he's winning over the top, and I try to put it up in a place he can go make a play. Obviously, we're dealing with the wind and things like that, so I'm not trying to throw a perfect ball, just throw him one up that he can go make a play on, and he did a great job, going high pointing that ball and come down with the catch. So that was a big-time catch by him. Christian, two phenomenal catches for touchdowns today.
What was the wind factor today? And from your sideline, which way was it blowing? It was hard to tell.
Yeah, it was hard to tell. It was kind of swirling a little bit. I think it was going more toward, pushing towards our locker room where we came in from. But yeah, it's one of those things. It's a windy day. We deal with it in Lambeau all the time. So got to find ways to make plays and try not to, let it affect some of the balls too much. But, for receivers, it's moving around a little bit. So they just got to lock in a little bit more on some of those catches. But I think guys handled it well.
Gordon, obviously it's the next man up lead, but without Josh for a lot of the game, what do you guys have to do to adjust as an offense, and how do you think it works?
Yeah, I don't think you have to adjust too much. I think obviously it's tough whenever people go down, but like we always say, next man up mentality. Emmanuel Wilson came in. Obviously he's played a lot of ball, but he did a great job tonight. Just finding ways to keep going. Like I said, I don't think we changed things up much, kept going with our plan and our scheme, and he made some big-time plays in the run game. Obviously, the two-point conversion was big time, some big-time things in the pass game, and pass protection as well. So he did a great job.
And on a similar note, when you were out and Malik got that touchdown, were you able to watch it while you were getting evaluated, and what did it mean to come back into the game having that score?
Yeah, no, I came in and, I was able to, when I was in the locker room, I was able to see some of the stuff they played. They played the touchdown, so I saw that. But just a big-time job by Malik. I think it's always tough being the backup. You got to stay ready. You never know when that opportunity is going to come. And so it's tough. I've been there. But he did a great job, staying ready, coming in, leading us to a touchdown drive, doing exactly what he needed to do. It was a big-time throw. He made to Christian. He took a shot there at the end of that, too, I saw. But it's big time, and obviously everybody has a lot of respect, a lot of confidence in Malik whenever he has to come in. So just a big-time job by him.
I don't know if you can tell in a game this windy, especially when you lose Josh, but do you feel like when you see the plays being made out there that you guys are getting closer to being where you want to be as an offense?
Definitely. I think when you look at it, we'll go back and look at the film, but there's still so many more plays we could have made that would really, change the outcome of this game, in all three phases. So you look at that, but I think at the same time, we made a lot of big-time plays as well, and that's what's kept us in the game and was able to, have us get a win at the end. But always stuff to clean up, always stuff to improve on, but definitely, made some big-time plays, obviously scored the right amount of points. I think that's something that we challenged ourselves to find ways to get in the end zone, and we did that. So definitely a great job by everybody, and just got to keep improving and find ways to get better.
Is that a reference to the fact that you guys have scored 27 in 5 of your wins now?
Yeah, that's a crazy stat. You look at it, scoring 27 points, but like I said, I guess that's the right number.
What do you think this does for the team, no matter how ugly it was, no matter, if they were 2-8 coming in, but just after how the last couple weeks had gone for you guys?
Yeah, it's exactly what we needed. We came in with the mindset, it's going to be a game, it's going to, whatever it takes. We got to find a way to go get a win and get us back on track. So, like you said, it's never going to be pretty, man. It's the NFL. You got to find ways to go win these games, and obviously was a close one, came down to the end, but we stayed together, and guys just found ways to keep making plays all the way to the fourth quarter. But it's something that's going to, I think, help us propel us into next week.
Was Emmanuel even in your progression at all on the 2-point conversion? Where he's that total scramble player?
No, he was. He's in my progression. He's kind of the last guy in my progression, and I think they did a good job kind of covering our initial read and everything. Kind of clamped up, and O-line did a good job straining, giving me time, and E did a good job just kind of continuing on that route and making a big-time catch right there.
Running in your mind at all? It looked like it was clearing out a little bit. Did you see that? Or?
Yeah, I was looking to kind of find a lane, and that's when E popped right into my vision, so gave him a ball. But, I don't know if I would have been able to make it in there. I think they did a good job containing with their rush. But, good job by E right there.
Jordan, Romeo's made a bunch of big catches for you guys this season, but for whether it's him or anybody else, when guys are dropping passes like they did today, do you say anything to them, or is it just forget it, I'm going back to him like they didn't even drop it?
Yeah, I tell guys all the time, next play. Obviously it's unfortunate. Obviously he's trying to go out there and make the catch, and sometimes it's not going to be perfect. So it's just that mindset of the next play. Stay confident. The ball's going to keep coming your way, and if you move on and go make that next play, it'll be easy to forget about it.
How do you not let that stuff bother you? I mean, when you put the ball in the right spot and a guy doesn't catch it, how does it not bother you?
Yeah, it's obviously frustrating, but it's a team sport, man. It takes everybody out there making plays, and you just got to stay confident in these guys. And I always stay confident with my guys that we'll find ways to make the next play. Like I said, it's not going to be perfect. You want to make every play. Sometimes it doesn't go right. Sometimes I'll throw an interception, have a turnover, and I got to have that same mindset to be able to flush it, move on, and the opportunities are going to keep coming. So you got to go make that next one.
Jordan, were any of the low snaps and stuff the result of the wind, or is Sean still figuring out, how to be a shotgun snapper?
No, I think it's a little bit of both. I think obviously, something we just got to keep getting more reps with Sean, and he's been doing a great job. But things like that might happen. But I do think the wind was playing a little part in some of those shotgun snaps for sure. So something we'll take a look at, keep improving on. But I think other than that, he did a great job.